confirmed to make millions if you do this correctly. Now, the key is if you do this correctly. I'm here to tell you, and I will repeat the same things over and over again. This is the most critical time in the history. Number one, to understand when everybody is fearful, that's when the most wealth is built. Number two is if you don't have an exit strategy, you are going to get wrecked like 99% of the population that's trying to get rich quick. And number three is we have to all become intelligent investors and understand that cryptocurrency right now with no regulations, a very speculative asset, but a great, great, great opportunity for you to make a large amount of money with just a little bit invested. But if you do this correctly, completely and radically change your family's life. What I'm going to break down today is I can't even really believe that Jay Clayton is saying this stuff in these videos. So it's almost like they're just going back and forth, but we're not paying attention, family. We're worried about things that don't matter. We're now chasing meme coins again. We're chasing pump and dumps. That is not an investment strategy. An investment strategy is investing in real world solve cryptos, investments, holding the long term, having a plan or an exit plan with every single investment you go into, and diversifying, securing your wealth and working to grow your wealth and repeating the process. The goal is freedom, not get rich quick. If you get rich quick, you're only going to exacerbate the current activities and behaviors and habits that you have. Okay. So don't aim to get rich quick. Stop chasing these pump and dumps. It is one of the worst investment strategies you can adopt. The wealthiest people in the world aren't worried about meme coins, family. So if I lose followers because of this, that's okay. I'm here to provide safety, foundation, and share with you exactly what I've learned through getting hurt within these systems. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So I'm going to show you guys a video. This is Jay Clayton. And, you know, it's interesting. Only 6,000 people watch this video from CNBC. It's so interesting, too, these large news networks that we as small YouTubers are getting millions more views than they do, which is interesting. The public is so disillusioned right now, looking this way, looking that way, arguing about Target and Kohl's and all these different things. And I hopefully you watch my video on that. I'm showing you we're all being played. They're not here to protect social classes. They're here to get the money of the future that is being funded. Okay. So we're going to go into this video right here. We're going to watch. This is Jay Clayton. Crypto has not been handled well by the industry regulators. You're saying this and you're an industry regulator. You came from being the head of the SEC who initiated the case against Ripple, completely destroyed XRP investors for a case that's been going on for 2 years. This gentleman who's speaking now is part of the bank bail-in committee for your banks and consults for many cryptocurrency funds, but was the one that initiated the case against Ripple with XRP being a security. So listen to what he says. And I'm going to show you some documents that came out from the World Economic Forum defining what a cryptocurrency segmentation should be. So we are on the right track. And if you do this right, okay, and I'm, you know, one thing that I'll share with you guys is I want to share this with you. Okay. So everybody tells me I don't have money to invest. Yes, you do. Stop eating out 5 days a week. Okay. Take that money, put it aside in a savings account. Stop buying your Starbucks. Stop buying Dutch Bros. Stop buying energy drinks. Cut back on that. You now have about $300 in investable money every single month. And if you took that, that's throwaway money now, and you put that into a speculative asset over the next 12 to 16 months, and then you have an exit plan, you could turn a couple hundred into a couple thousand into 10,000, 10,000 into 100 to 200,000. And then you take that money and you learn how money actually operates. I'm telling you exactly how I did it. Exactly how I did it. And I went from repeating the same cycle to financial freedom in 4 years. But I didn't do it by chasing pump and dumps. I didn't do it by chasing hype trains. I did it by walking away from that stuff and understanding how real true wealth is built. In the description down below, if you want access to my portfolio, my 5 pillars of wealth, my revolutionary 120-day challenge, budgeting, community, 5 calls a week, click the link down below. You can get right in our Warrior Academy 7 days for free in 2023. So let's watch this video, and then I will narrate it and then show you some stuff that it just blows my mind. They're literally giving us a blueprint by telling us, first they told us the opposite. Now he's saying that the regulatory bodies did it incorrectly. He is the regulatory body. He was part of that. So just listen up.
unveiling policy recommendations aimed at regulating cryptocurrencies and digital markets. The proposals from the International Organization of Securities Commissions cover things like dealing with conflicts of interest, cross-border cooperation, and the treatment of retail customers. The group wants regulators across the world to move faster on the task of regulating crypto. Joining us now is former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton. He's a CNBC contributor, non-executive.
Okay, so this is what I want to share with you guys. Okay, we went from cryptocurrencies of fraud to now the watchdog for regulators, which I showed you guys last week in my YouTube video, is saying you guys need to move faster. So this is about to accelerate. And when we say accelerate, because of these damn meme coins and pump and dumps, people think a couple days. We're talking 24 months, 36 months. It's going to start accelerating over the next couple of years. And investing, getting wealthy is long-term, 3 years, 5 years. When I hear people talking about getting rich within a month, I won't even have a conversation with them anymore. When I talk to somebody about business, you need to have a 5-year, 10-year horizon. That's how you build wealth. So if somebody's constantly telling you you're going to get rich quick in something, you might want to look the other way.
Executive chair of Apollo, an American Express board member, and a senior policy advisor at Sullivan and Cromwell. Thanks for making the time to come here. I think what's interesting here is what we've seen in terms of FTX, what we've seen with Binance, is that there are crypto operators that are headquartered elsewhere. Different rules apply out of the reach of the United States, and U.S. customers ultimately can see harm. And so this call for cross-border regulation makes sense, but it seems even more elusive, more difficult to achieve.
Well, let's try and look at it as a little bit of a positive, because as we've talked about before, crypto, let's call it a technology that enables some new products, a technology that may enable a lot of products we know to function better. Crypto has not been handled well by the industry or frankly by the regulators on a global basis. And that.
So he's calling himself out right there. He was the head of the SEC, the one that initiated the case against Ripple around an innovative technology. Just like he explained it. He's the one that initiated the case.
We've talked about this because it emerged globally and it emerged outside the financial system. So what does this report say? It says financial instruments, whether they're classified as securities or commodities, that are going to touch the retail public, that are going to be part of our ecosystem, they need to be regulated as we know well. And it's really a principles-based report. It says, look, these are the principles that should apply around the globe. And they're pretty straightforward. They're ones we know. We got to protect customer assets, segregation, conflicts, and the like. On trading, we have to have fair trading. We can't have spoofing. We can't have front running. We can't have all the things we don't like. Societal issues, AML, KYC, we got to protect money laundering, terrorist finance, all those kinds of things. And then at the end of the day, prudential, which we're all talking about with the banking crisis, and like no excess leverage, no liquidity transformation. The report says, hey, regulators around the world, you need to apply this to digital assets.
Okay. Makes sense. I want to move on to another issue that is certainly or potentially impacting stocks in the stock market. We had a report earlier. There was this AI generated.
Okay, so this is super important. So now the new narrative is going to be AI generated trading platforms. They're already up and running, just like they said with cryptocurrency. Jamie Dimon told you you're a criminal if you invest in it, as he was building Onyx, his own crypto platform. Okay, BlackRock has Aladdin, one of the most sophisticated trading platforms, which is AI. JP Morgan just announced their AI trading platform that makes AI decisions. Guys, brokers are going to be eliminated. Everything is changing in regards to industrial workers. We are going to, you have to innovate into this, family. You have to, or you're going to be left behind. Some of you are not going to have jobs in the future. Think about these AI trading bots. These financial advisors, we're not going to need them anymore. You're not going to need a financial advisor, guys.
Image of smoke coming out of the Pentagon, fire. It moved the markets, the S&P 500, by 0.3% that day intraday. It quickly recovered because people noticed that the AI image wasn't that good. They figured out that it was fake. But this opens up the broader question of manipulation of the markets through the use of AI. And it could have been easily somebody spoofing an account saying that we've got news that the FDA is going to approve this drug, which could move a biotech stock. It could be various things. Do you think this is on the radar of the SEC?
It is, I am certain. It should be. And let's just take a step back and watch the transformation of market dissemination or information dissemination into the marketplace. 20 years ago, what you relied on was companies posting their information with the SEC. Right now, right here in this studio, this is where information, this is where it happens. That is a huge transformation. We have instantaneous dissemination of information. that creates a new risk, because you used to have a bit of a gatekeeping function when all information sort of flowed through the SEC years ago.
Okay, he just said it right there. You had a gatekeeping function. Everything flowed through the SEC. So what she was saying, they're worried about AI manipulating information to help people have an advantage. Well, what do you think Gary Gensler's doing right now? They used to have the gatekeeper. That's why they're panicking, because the gates have been ripped wide open, and you have people like us who can research this stuff and pull out information and make informed decisions, and we won't need brokers anymore. We'll understand the 401k is one of the biggest scams that has ever been created, in my opinion. Rich people use, some rich people, wealthy people don't use 401ks.
Now it's somewhat ubiquitous. We need to look at how we can verify that. And, let's just start with, where should you go for sort of trust? With companies, it's easy. It's easier. It's their website, their dissemination. When it's macro events, that's far different, and it's something that we do need to think about across the regulatory community.
Seems like a losing battle, though. Yeah. I mean, you're like,
I'm an optimist.
Optimist, right?
Yeah, there's got to be a way, right? If technology creates a new risk, it ought to create a new way to mitigate that risk.
But the technology probably would have to come from the platforms, because
Yes.
they're the ones who would be responsible for it. How do you motivate them to do that?
Hopefully self-interest, and hopefully regulation. Look.
How do you motivate them to do that? Hopefully self-interest or motivation. This gentleman went from the SEC, now sits on the board of directors for the bail-in committee. Gary Gensler was part of the head of the FMOC, or started the FMOC, Future Regulating Non-Bank Financial Institutions, 2012. Yes, there is special interest. Yes, if it pads your pocketbooks, absolutely. That's why Jay Clayton went to consult for cryptocurrency funds, as he slowed down the cryptocurrency market so they can pack their bags.
It doesn't always work, but what I keep asking myself is, when somebody hands me something, is there some kind of watermark or the like that I can tell?
Okay, then they just go deep into AI and trying to disseminate. But here's what they're doing: is they tell you that it's a fraud. Again, like everything else, guys, everything else. As they're worried about AI, JP Morgan, data science, applied API, and machine learning. Dive into their new platform that they're building. They're building a machine learning AI trading platform that can make trading decisions. They're already on it, guys. The very thing they tell you to resist is the very thing that they're joining. The World Economic Forum thinks it knows how to fix crypto policy. We know that last year there was hardly any crypto firms there. We had Circle there, which Circle is connected to BlackRock. Aladdin's connected to BlackRock through Coinbase. Okay, we have Brad Garlinghouse, the head of Ripple, that was there, that was sitting on the regulatory body committees. And then they came out this pathway here, and this is interesting. I just want you guys to see this, because Jay Clayton dives a little bit deeper into that. You can go watch the document there. But if you go down a little bit here, my computer restarted. Sorry about that. So just to show you guys what document this is. This is the Pathway for Regulation, Crypto Assets Global Approach. This came out in May 2023. So we go down a little bit. I want you guys to see this real quick. There's some commentary from Ripple in here as well. One of the Ripple executives was part of building this out. They talk about DLT, but I wanted to show you something. This shows you like the decentralized platform. And then there's a part here I want to show you guys. See if I can get to it quickly here. Here we go. It's coming up here. Challenges to global approach. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. So they show the 3 different types of things. So I want you to think about this. So the categories of crypto be a payment exchange, investment, and use. So a payment exchange be designed or intended to use as a means of payment exchange, XRP, payment, e-money, exchange, or crypto assets, a hybrid crypto asset. I feel like XRP falls in that category. Investment, this is the next category. This is where we're going to get into regulation defining where cryptocurrencies sit. An investment provides rights and obligations is similar to traditional finance. That would be a security. So if you invest, and that's what they're saying with a lot of these meme coins, is that you're investing your money, the project, you're relying on the project giving you a return. That's an investment. That's a security. Okay. Use is grants holders access to current prospective services and products, utility crypto assets. So Ripple has a ton of utility. We have XRP, which is a bridge currency. It doesn't, to me, land in the investment portion of that. Okay. It just doesn't. So these are going to be the 3 categories that we may be looking at for crypto regulation. And if we know that a lot of the cryptocurrencies are going to get eliminated with regulation. They're going to get eliminated, guys. We know that. Okay. So we want to get out of these behaviors of chasing pump and dumps, we have to build a fundamental strategy. So number one is you need to cut out frivolous spending. We do that in the first week in the Warrior Academy budget, okay? Then you need to start building a diverse portfolio across sectors. I have payment rails, like XRP, XLM, and then we have things like HBAR, QNT, which is connectivity, right? Then you have things like Ethereum, which is the bridge network, which is building off the network, a foundation. You have VeChain, which is supply chain. We have some gaming tokens in there as well. And then I have some shit coins that I've been holding on to for a very long time, but I'm not chasing pump and dumps. That was an old behavior. As I meet new mentors and wealthier mentors, they're not playing games with meme coins. They're just not. That's not a wealth building strategy, okay? Then we have our 5 pillars of wealth. We have our insurance, which is going to be the generational shifter, also becoming our own banks. We have business. We're diversified across business. With a microphone and a computer, you can build an online company. Data, information, and technology, data, information, and attention, are the new gas and oil. We have gold and silver, real estate, and we have precious metals. And so those are our 5 pillars of wealth. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Hopefully this information reaches you well. If you'd like to join our Warrior Academy, I'd love to see you on the inside. Click the description down below. We also have our meet and greet July 15th. It is pretty much at capacity, but we're going to let it fill up. We were at capacity. We sold it out almost. It's not sold out. It's completely free, but you have to RSVP. So we're coming up at almost 200 people already for our free meet and greet at our special facility in Mesa, Arizona. So description down below. We hope to see you on the inside. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.